Hello, everybody. I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of the downsides or the cons of what some people are calling the Silurian Hypothesis. It's based on some creatures out of the science fiction TV show Doctor Who from Britain, a fan favorite and long-running show. And the Silurians are basically descendants of the dinosaurs. They're sort of a reptilian civilization that dates back millions of years, at least 60 million years ago, to, before the time of actually around the time of the extinction of the dinosaurs. And, they moved underground and they're hibernating. So when we talk about UAPs, UFOs, one possible scenario is that this is a prior civilization that's been around 60 million years and has this high technology and uses it to remain more or less undetected. So I like talking about it just because I like talking about sometimes unpopular ideas. I like bringing up, theories that don't normally get brought up. You got to broaden your mind. You've got to consider things. So very briefly, let's talk about some good reasons why this likely isn't true. Objections to it, right? And right away, the biggest objection is, we don't have any archaeological evidence of it, but that's actually relatively easily overcome because of plate tectonics. The Earth's core is molten, and the plates of solid crustal material move on it, and oftentimes one continental plate hits another and one goes under and continues that way. And so what that means is there's been enough turnover that whatever cities and artifacts they had could very well be underneath another continental plate, never to reemerge, at least not in our lifetimes, right? So, okay, now here's where we get a little bit deeper. A technological civilization capable of developing industry and space flight and advanced technology and capabilities would have had to have resources to build it and to power it and to power the building of it, and would have had to have wastes. And yet, there's evidence that all of our coal and all of our oil and graphite and iron and everything is untouched, right? And yes, that could possibly be explained by plate tectonics, but realize that's just a little bit less likely, all right, just because of the scale and numbers involved. So, because it is conceivable that some of those fossil deposits, are coming from areas that were previously under another plate. Less likely, but that is the main objection to it, right? So just want to throw that out there. When we come to UAPs, UFOs, again, we want to eliminate null hypotheses, wrong hypotheses. We want to eliminate anything that couldn't possibly be true or is very likely untrue. By conventional science, conventional knowledge, it should be impossible that any sort of alien civilizations are coming here. But science improves itself all the time. It's a self-correcting thing. It acquires new information, new tools. It used to be thought it was impossible that any living creature could be invisible and unseeable. Then someone invented a microscope. The way species live and adapt. There's humongous proof for evolution, yet there's also proof that certain species in certain environments just don't change. That's the coelacanth. Coelacanth is a fish at the bottom of the ocean. I think part of the thing is the environment never ever changes. It doesn't really have very many predators, and radiation doesn't reach it much. So, there's little mutation. So that all these things, when we talk about potentialities, all of these things are to be considered. And there's nothing wrong with doing thought experiments. They're fun. And if you do enough thought experiments, you come up with new ideas and new science. And if you come up with new science, sometimes you develop amazing technology, amazing medicine, you extend life, you cure diseases, you solve problems. And yes, you create some new problems. And then that's why you have to keep on thinking. All right. Thank you all so much. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful Labor Day. It's 5th of September, 2021. And we're coming up on Labor Day. I think that's tomorrow. And it's just a very quiet weekend. Not much to do. I'm about to go on my bike, do a little biking and jogging, and hit the park, do some push-ups and things like that. So hope you guys and girls are all having a wonderful weekend. Bye.